teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Chiefs going up against the Broncos. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And out of bounds there on the kick. First down throw for Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Second down, Prescott. And that's incomplete. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Short yardage, Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete right around the 8. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
In motion is Strong. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And coming out now, the Broncos. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Prescott on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A handoff as they run the counter play. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They come out here in the eye. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Come on, let's go!
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Play action now, Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go. In motion is Strong. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. They come out here in the eye. Here we go. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A first down throw for Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. In motion is Strong. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. And they'll go on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Denver getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. First down, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he cuts left, and he's got an alley. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Let's go.
Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Come on, let's go. What? None. Check me out. Check me out. What? Ohio. Switch. Switch.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Ohio. Ohio. Check out route. Ohio. Ohio.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So that's 3 field goals for him now. But, heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On play action, Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Going left side, it's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Prescott to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. Finding time. Looking. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jalen Strong, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He's going to fire one deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get a hook and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
In motion, the tight end, Reed.
White, 90. Flex round. Flex round.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to fight.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green. All right, now, lock it 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. In motion is Strong. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
No. Jack Patriot. Let's go. Back that Philly. Here we go. Back that Leopard.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great, there he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.